Hey traders, Sam Shakespeare coming to you live. How's everyone doing today? Happy Wednesday. Version 2.26. There's a couple things that we've done here. First, with the trends. 1 minute trend I've added. Minimum reward risk acceptable. Whatever you put this to, it's going to make sure you at least achieve that at the minimum on your trade. So for example, say you have a dynamic swing stop size set to 15 pips and it enters a trade at 15. What it wants you to do, if you have this set to 1.5, it's going to make sure you make 2250 on that, right? Because 750 is half that. So it's going to make sure you make 2250. Right here you have look for a 2 column after 10 pips. It's only going to look for this after you've achieved this if it's not set to 0. By putting this to something other than 0, it makes sure your trade at the minimum achieves that risk reward. Now there's another variation right here. If you set this to true, exit trade once reward to risk is achieved. That means it will not look for anything more than the risk reward. It will exit you at that moment. The risk on the previous example is if I have this set to false, so it does not get out right here, then what happens is you could achieve your risk reward. You could go up 25 pips, 30 pips, but the thing is you don't hit your 2 column roadblock and it slips back and this could stop you out still. Okay, so you could be ahead of your risk to reward in this situation, but if you don't hit a 2 column roadblock, or maybe you set it to 1, or if you don't hit this 1 column roadblock, it won't take you out and it could back up on you and even stop you out for your loss. Whereas this setting, if you set it to true, as soon as you achieve your risk to reward, it doesn't matter if you're at a roadblock, it'll exit the trade. It sets the target basically right at your risk to reward level. Okay, that's the difference on there. Now obviously if you use a swing stop, your stop's going to be a lot closer. Okay, it could be 5 to 8 pips away. So that's what I've done on these 1 minute trends, and we'll go over those. Now say you have a swing stop which is a very tight stop. If you remember in previous versions, the trend swing stop looked back 15 candles for the swing stop. It now looks back only 10 because I'm really trying to capture that quick turnaround in the trend. So your stop can sometimes be 5 pips or less, 8 pips. So if you set this to maybe 1.5 or 1.2, or say we'd leave it at 1.5, then you may only want to set this to something small. After 5 pips, look for any roadblock, because I'm going to make sure that whatever my stop is, my risk reward is going to be 1.5 times that. So it may look for 8 or 9 pips, but I got to make sure that this is achieved as well. So I may only put 5 there, because it'll never take it out at 5 unless your stop is only 2 to 3 pips. So it just makes sure that once you achieve your risk reward, then at your next roadblock you'll get out. Okay, so that way you can guarantee a minimum risk reward and then get out at your next roadblock. Alright, I hope that makes a little sense on the 1 minute trends and how to use all your dynamic stops. Let's go over our trades that have now used that new setting, because the trends were where I used it, and it pound Aussie, 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 pound dollar, pound dollar. Let's go back to that pound dollar 1 minute trend at 29.10. Okay, look at this one. This is the first loser here. It says pound dollar. The stop was only 3 pips away, so looking for a 4.4 pip target. See, it broke the swing high right here. Now, the reason you ask, well, if the stop was only 2.9 pips away, how come we took a 4.9? Well, that's because on the trends, I have candle close must be true for a stop. So that candle close has to stop beyond it. If you want the stops to be exactly what they show here, then you need to disable the candle close option. By leaving the candle close for stop option, yes, you make sure the candle closes under your level and it will keep you in trades that otherwise would have lost. But when you do lose a trade, the losses are going to be a little bit more, because it doesn't have to just break the level, the candle has to close, and it could go a lot further than your level. So understand the risk there. So we took a 2 pip extra hit because we let the candle close. So that was the first one. Okay, here's the next one right here. Ready for bear candle. We had a short ready at 29.12. Okay, the stop was 8 pips away, so 1.5, that's what I've got it set at. So the target was looking for 12.3 and it got 11.9. So the commission came out of it, so I think it got the right amount. Pound dollar needed a 7.4 pip target it was looking for. So the stop was 4.9 away. It was looking for a 7.4 target. That's 1.5, right? Because 5 would be 7.5. That's 1.5 away. And it made 7.5. So it made its target from the 29.10. Okay, here, it achieved the reward to risk target. Nice trade. That's the pound dollar. That was this one. And then here's a pound Aussie that achieved reward to risk trade. Okay, and then here's another pound Aussie that the stop was 7 away and the target was 11 away. Did we hit that one? It looks like that was this one, the 11 away one right there. We had two really good preemptive reversals, but that had to do with this pound move moving up so quick. So good ones there on pound yen and pound Aussie. Yeah, it had 2.0 reward to risk. It was pound yen was risking 15 to make 30. Pound yen actually made 25 and risked 15 to make 25. And this one, the pound dollar, we risked 20 to make 25 pound dollar, and we made only 20 to make 20. Let's try it. There it is. It's already ready, just like that. And then we'll also see the new version at work here. It'll calculate the stop. I've got it set to swing stop. The swing stop only now calculates 10 candles back, the low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's this low. And then it'll calculate a target based on the risk reward. So if that's 5 or 6 pips, then it'll make a target about 10 pips away. But it's still got to enter. We still need a 1 minute dynamic. And pound Aussie looks like it's on the verge of putting in a bull candle here. 3 seconds. Got a bull candle. There it is. So we may be in on this pound Aussie 1 minute trend here very soon. And we'll see all the calculations being made by the new version of the VTA. Got to break above this candle by a pip on pound Aussie. If not, then we need a new dynamic candle. Now pound Aussie will cancel the idea if it breaks below the white zone on the 1 minute. There, we're in. Let's see what happened. Let's take a look. Alright, so we were ready, we were waiting. Here it is. The stop is 9.3 pips away. We're looking for 14 pips of profit, and it'll take it out. If it's plus 14, it'll just take the trade out. Jeffrey looking good on pound dollar, and our 1 minute pound Aussie is looking really good also. I might just take this one off though. We're up at a 2 column here. Oh, very good. Alright, Jeffrey took 10 on pound dollar. I want it to take itself out at plus 14 because I can show you guys what the new VTA version is doing. Let's go pound Aussie. Let's go. I'd love to see pound Aussie in some higher highs. There we go. There's plus 12. I want to get it up a little over 14 so the VTA can take it out. There we go. There we go. It did it. Alright. I didn't have to touch it. So look, here's what happened. The 1 minute trend long closed. Achieved reward to risk. Nice trade. See, it gave us 14.3. Let's see, what was it looking for? It was looking for a 14 pip target, and it got 14.3. So that's, and it only risked 9 to get that. So it's going to take these types of trades. This is what the new update is doing on version 2.26. Just wait. Alright, we're getting close, I think, on cable. We're just a few pips away from getting a possible signal. There it is. Alright. I got this set on the new settings, 1 minute trend. We got nice clear roads. If this enters, it's going to take the low of the last 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the stop's going to be around this level, which is, I think, is a perfect stop. Okay, so it'll calculate it, and then it'll look for a target that is, and let me just show you. I've got it set to swing stop. I've got the maximum dynamic stop size at 15. So if the stop ends up being more than 15 pips, it won't even entertain the idea of the trade. On a swing stop, it shouldn't be bigger than that. And then whatever the stop ends up being, it's going to look for 1.5 times that distance. So if it's a 10 pip stop, it's going to look for a 15 pip target. If it is a 15 pip stop, it'll look for a 22.5 pip target. I've also got this next thing set to true. So exit trade once RR is achieved. Once the reward to risk is achieved, it'll just exit. That's the target. If I had this set to false, then it would need to achieve this risk to reward and then look for your roadblocks of 2. See what happens? We're still waiting for a dynamic 1 minute candle. It looks like its cable itself is strong. Pound is strong. All the pound pairs, I think, is the strongest on the board. There we go. Now let's take a look at what the VTA just did. We were ready at 30.49. Alright, we were waiting for the bull candle. Now we entered. The dynamic stop is only 7.7 pips away. Okay, so that's where the 10 pip low, the 10 candle low is right here. That's the stop. So it's going to be looking for an 11.5 pip target, and it will exit once it achieves that. So we got the swing stop set according to our 1.5 risk reward. So need a break of the highs, clearly need a break of the highs. We got clear roads up, we just got to get above the highs. Pound yen looks like it's trying to get into higher highs. That's a good sign. Here we go. Here we go, guys. This is as high as we've been now. I like that. That's a good sign. Only 16 seconds. If we can get a candle close up here on pound dollar, then we'll be feeling a lot better. 9 seconds for a close. Let's get this up here. 6. Here we go. Candle close. Boom. Nice one. Now, the next step, we got to break the high of this candle. Now it's a matter of not just breaking the top, but you want to hold the lows of these previous candles. So you don't want to get under these candles, that's for sure. We got clear rows up too, guys. Here we go. Trying to break the top of that breakout candle now. There it is. Alright, this is looking a lot better, guys. A lot better. Up 7. Okay, here we go. Plus 8. I mean 4 full position pips. That's because I got the trend set to half positions. Now what's it looking for? It's looking for about 11.5, and we've seen 8 so far. Right, it's looking for about 11.5 because of what we're risking, and I put a 1.5 risk reward on there. But still looks good. I mean, every candle's not going to be perfect, but we're still in the price action that we like to see. We're out in the higher highs. All right, here's plus 9. There it is. We're out. So there, it got 11.3, and remember, it was looking for 11.5, so it got it. And then up here's the close. Achieved reward to risk target. Nice trade. Very good.